Welcome back to the second part of our series focusing on powerful money moves that can help change the view of your financial reality. Well, prepare yourself. If you had your eyes open in the first video, you are in for an even bigger wake-up call on this one. You're about to learn practical ways that can take you to a better life today. Ways that don't just help you change yourself, but to help you become a better provider for your family and a smart consumer. Do you ever feel an enormous stress about your finances and do not know what would better do? You're not alone. But the rest of us are all in the same boat. The good news is that there are things you can do right now to start getting rich and start creating your financial future. At the end of the video, you will learn the fundamental concepts of building an emergency fund as well as investing for retirement. All segments are aimed at providing you with the necessary information and tools to operate in today's challenging financial environment. Then, are you ready to control your finance and build the foundation for a better life? Let's jump right in. Majoring in courses may be an opportunity changer, as many might not consider those fields or industries. Just think of a person psychologically trapped in a position that is less of a ladder to the next level but more like a cement wall. High-performance courses help them not only to acquire new skills but also raise unemployment confidence, which leads to self-employment. For example, an online course in digital marketing could turn an ordinary occupation into a flourishing business of offering unique services. The demands to perform well in today's workplace are even higher, but knowing how to work smart offers any person a great chance. It's all about making bob, and at the same time, making money while doing what you are passionate about. So, why not take that leap? After all, the more courses one has taken towards their education, the better the future and more opportunities will be. And speaking of possibilities, let's chat about something equally essential. Given below is highlights about the need of a bed and the appropriate pillow. While some people might overlook the aspects of mattress, particularly a pillow, they are also largely responsible in enhancing or dramatically reducing the quality of life, health, and well-being. Think about it. No matter how much stress a person has received or the tough tasks they have accomplished, there is nothing as refreshing as laying down on a good quality mattress that provides the best body support. Comfort is not enough. It is about the strength of a house. One can hardly argue that people could be more focused if they hadn't slept well the night before and aimed to improve as a person. For instance, buying a memory foam mattress could be a game changer. You can wake up energized to take on the world. Additionally, the well-rested mind is in a position to make correct decisions that lead to an improved life. Well, then why not focus as much on your sleep environment? Besides, a good future must healthy body and mind to kick off with. And once you've got that sleep situation sorted, let's dive into another important topic. Reducing and managing credit card is an important issue in. It is always a good financial decision to ensure you pay your credit card first. Very often, high interest rates translate into what initially appears as an easily manageable debt, but gradually turns into a pile of pressure which is very difficult to bear. Now think about someone handling several credit cards and having to deal with the terrifying amounts on each one. By doing so, they not only bring better financial conditions to its members, but also of rebuilding character and establishing strength. A practical approach could be the snowball method. Begins by clearing the one which has the lowest balance while on others making the minimum payments possible. This strategy can give you a push that makes you tackle other huge debts out there, leaving the small ones behind. Furthermore, you would not be tied down by any debt, and that means there is room to make money in other regards such as investing or even having another source of income. Thus, let us not be deterred by credit card debt from having a better life. Once that is squared away, then looking at creating an emergency fund, essentially a rainy day kitty, so to speak. Building up an emergency fund is the best way to prepare for the worst financially. Situations may arise when you didn't prepare for them. Emergency is something that may occur in your life when you do not think about it, possibly medical bills, car breakdown, or layoff. Now, think about having a kind of a cushion that enables one to manage these pressures without falling for high interest charges on loans or credit cards. Instead of spending all the money you get, you are actually putting part of that money away, which helps more than just your wallet, it helps your sanity. If you are just beginning to save, an excellent guideline to start with is the number of months' worth of salary or wages. For example, if you have $2,000 monthly expenses, meaning if your car breaks down you will need $2,000 to have $6,000 in an emergency fund, is very effective. That means that having some money in reserve can make life better, since you won't be constantly stressed and can work on improving yourself instead of struggling to get by. It's once you have that well-laid safety net that you want to know how you can further cement your investment for the bright tomorrow. One of the finest strategies doable with funds is the practice of investing with the aim of achieving a specific goal in the long run. Money is not the only motivation. It is about creating a prosperous future full of openings for personal development and stability. Visualize the person who invests regularly from very young, perhaps investing even £1 each month. However, the investment can really grow over the long term thanks to the wonders of compounding interest. For instance, CalHFA first-time home buyer investments that target stocks and bonds provide higher returns compared to other usual saving accounts. It is almost possible to invest owing to applications such as the Robinhood or the Acorns. The important thing is to remain as up-to-date with your strategy and investment as possible to help increase your financial education with the endeavor. I learned the valuable lesson that every dollar spent today is $1 brought in to save for tomorrow. Now suppose that you have your investments in order, it's time to discuss the benefits of setting up for retirement, because it's always good to plan ahead. One important part of preparing for a comfortable retirement is to begin to set money aside for the future today. This idea is well understandable to dismiss it to the back of one's mind where it will not interfere with the broader demands regarding everyday life. Yet, beginning early is known to make a whole lot of difference in the outcomes of the entire process of learning. Let's say a person is 35 years and starts adding to the 401k or an IRA. By the time the individual is of retirement age, the earnings base on compounding interest could be very significant. This is because no matter how little amount is saved from the salaries or any other income source, it will amount to a lot at the end of the month and definitely over time. For instance, if you begin to save $200 a month at age 30 and assuming a reasonable annual rate of return, you will have over $300,000 for retirement. This financial safety net not only gives you confidence but also can help you develop in your personal interests during your retirement period. So, why wait? This is to mean that you have a brighter future if you start saving as early as yesterday. Now that you are ready with your retirement planning, let's see how insurance can bring the further aspect to your financial security. Purchasing an insurance policy can be for almost anything including house, car, or even health insurance is one of the best decisions anyone can make towards securing his or her financial future. To most people, it may sound like yet another unnecessary expenditure, but it is a good investment, much like buying an umbrella when it is not raining so that it will be readily available when the rains start to pour. Imagine a person who has a heart attack or a car crash. In either case, the costs are unbearably high without insurance. Besides getting the right policies, you also ensure that your assets are safe, and at the same time you are preparing for any more pressure that may come your way. For instance, to take a good example of health insurance, being an insured person, you will be able to get rid of possible massive medical expenses as all your medical emergencies will be covered in the insurance policies, and thus you do not need to worry so much about your financial condition while getting treated. In the same vein, homeowners insurance may protect your asset from natural catastrophes such as fire or flood episodes. That's really the key. It is simply about making the right decisions which can enable one to live the best life with ready preparedness for whatever comes their way. Once you have gained fully your insurance, you are sure you are ready to tackle the next stage of financial planning for independence. So before we move on to the conclusion part of this enlightening look at powerful money moves, it is time that you thought about how you will be applying all that you know to help build a better future. Are you prepared to commit yourself for transitioning to a new financial era? However, we are only halfway through our tour so far. Let's continue our journey. Each step you take, whether it's building that emergency fund, investing wisely, or ensuring you have the right insurance, brings you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Now, I challenge you, what will be your first move? Will you start putting your money into a pension or work on paying off the credit card bills? It's your decision, and however small, a step is always better than no step. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you can keep on learning with us. In unison, it is possible to implement received knowledge and create the future that we all want.